Hey everybody, this is Ori from OneScales, and I want to share with you some insight that we found out from one of our issues, which one of our projects was running Google Ads. Our website got hacked with malware, and then Google Ads decided to obviously turn off our account. Not really turn off, but disapprove our account and all of our ads. So our ads stopped running, and then obviously business was hurt due to stopping ads. And it took about 2 weeks to restore everything carefully, even though within about 3 or 4 days, we fixed the hack and we applied. It took a long time to restore. So this video is for you guys that have this issue that your website was hacked with malware. Google stopped the ads and you want to try to restore your ads quickly. And this video is here to give you some insights from what we've learned to help you guys out there to restore your ads and have your business not hurt, move forward, get your ads restored quickly, and obviously have a healthier website. This is more about insights and general topics, but if you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll help. Okay, so a few things. So number one, just to show you a little introduction, what is this disapproved malware? Our website got hacked, which means some people that came to our website got redirected to some kind of advertising site, some ads, things like that. And Google obviously didn't like that. Obviously, our customers didn't like that, and they stopped our ads. And when you go to the ads, for example, this search campaign, I've made this one for a video. This is not the real ad because I cannot share the real detail. So what would you see here? You would see, for example, in the campaign status is disapproved. All ads are not running because of malware. And if you actually go inside the actual ads themselves, it'll also say disapproved. For example, here, ads, it'll say disapproved, malware, etc. So a few things I want to give some insight. So number one, the first thing obviously you have to do is you have to fix your website, talk to your developers. Make sure they identified the issue. Is it a server breach? Is it a code? Is it something in the database? Is it an injection, basically adding some extra code to your website to do some kind of redirect or some other thing? What kind of issue is it? Once you do that, you cover that. For example, if there's new files that got created, delete those, restore backups. Obviously, always have backups. Make sure you know what's going on, and you need to not just fix it but also fix the hole that caused it, because sometimes you might, for example, delete some files that got created by the attacker, but if you don't fix the hole, it's going to happen again. So you need to obviously do that. The most common types of hacks that we've seen over the years have been for injections, basically running some kind of old, some code that's not patched, maybe some code that's not upgraded, running it, and then creating new files on the server to do some kind of action. And in particular, a lot of redirects happen. Okay, adding some extra code to your index files or your header files, or depending on your platform. Okay. So first thing you need to do is fix it and make sure you identify it and fix the hole, and you got to do it quickly, because every day that your ads are not running and your customers come to your website, even through non-ads, you're going to have issues. So fix the issue first. The second thing you need to do, you need to quickly go to tell Google, okay, we fixed it. Please re-review my ads. I want to restore my ads. So you have two different types of ways to do it. If it's a very small hack and Google didn't place your whole account on kind of hold, let's call it, what you can do very simply, you can just go to your campaigns, as you can see here, go to your ad groups, go to your ads right here, and you just edit the ad right here. You don't even need to change anything. You're just going to edit the ad if it's a search campaign or Performance Max or things like that, and you're going to click on Save Ad. Once you do that, the status will be under review, and typically within a few seconds, if you refresh the page, it'll refresh. If it still has malware, it'll say disapproved malware. If not, it'll say eligible and status approved. They can go. So that's the best case scenario. In our case, our whole website was hacked and the whole account was stopped. So even though we resubmitted and we fixed it, we fixed the website, and then we just edited the ads, all of the ads, including assets, which used to be called ad extensions, things like that. It didn't work. So what we had to do is contact customer service. So what you need to do basically is go to help and go to get help, and you have to fill up some information. So first, scroll to the bottom, click on contact us, type in ad re-review. We fixed We fixed the hack. Okay, obviously you can detail a little bit more. When we provided the details in the description, we actually detailed a lot. Request ad review, right? And go here to the bottom. Next step, contact us, select the Google Ads account, and et cetera, and move forward. Okay, I'm not going to do the next step. In the next step, you'll have some details. There's a description box. We actually detailed like a whole paragraph. Here's what we did. We first identified the issue. We reset all of our passwords. We upgraded these versions of these plugins, this software, et cetera. We upgraded our firewall to be more strict. We did some blocking IPs in the back end. We actually, in particular for us, we did a lot of things. And we detailed all those things, and we specified also which account it is. This is the account number of your ads, and we really detailed everything, because the more detail you are, the less back and forth there are, and every back and forth typically takes like a day or so. So if you're not wanting to lose business, the more detail you do in the first ticket, in the first one, better. Then in the next step, what we did is we selected chat, and we like to chat with them. So that's the first thing we did. They opened a ticket. They gave us a ticket ID, which we wrote down, and then we move forward. So next thing, a few other insights which are very important. Okay. The next thing to note is we've talked to, because it took us about 2 weeks to restore everything completely, we were very eager. This was for a project of ours, and we really want to restore. We've talked to a lot of agents, and there's a difference between the agents. Some agents were more helpful, some were kind of more rushy, etc. But the thing we really know, like a good insight for you guys, is when sometimes they had to take a few minutes, the agent had to take a few minutes to check a few things, and we realized that agents can actually run a very quick scan, like a 1 or 2 minute scan of the website on an internal tool that they have that they didn't share with us detail. But what they did do is when one time we actually tried to fix the hack, and their tool actually identified we still had some hacks, even though our engineers said everything was clean. So you can ask the support agents, hey, can you please run a scan of the website, and if they have any issues, they actually can give you a list of URLs that are still not working or still have malware or some hack. So that was super helpful. Not all agents actually provided that to us, but when we insisted, we actually said, hey, this has been scanned for us before. Every agent from them actually could do that. So every time we did some fix, we asked the agent in the chat, hey, can you please, it's a live chat by the way, can you please scan for us, and then they give us a list, and then we gave it back to engineers. That helped us save a lot of time. So that's an interesting insight as well. What else was helpful? We actually followed up almost every day because even though it's you know, in some of the tickets it said we'll get back to you in 24 to 48 hours, a lot of times it didn't do that, and we thought that was helpful to kind of push things a little bit. Obviously, we're nice about it, but we push things, and if not, our team guessed that instead of 2 weeks to solve it, probably would have taken, you know, more, 2, 3, 4 weeks, etc. So that's a interesting thing as well. A few other things that are important insight. Obviously, if you fix the hack, you want to be very proactive on it. So you want to make sure that you always improve your security on your website. You subscribe to security newsletters, you upgrade your firewall, you restrict IP access. You do a lot of these kind of best practices, which we'll have more videos about those in future. But don't forget to always change your passwords regularly on your server and your backend. The backend is where you manage like your content and information, you know, products, content, etc., etc. The most popular hack is software versions that we've seen over the years. So make sure that your version, for example, if you have WordPress, make sure you always upgrade to the latest version. Make sure you always upgrade to the latest PHP version. Obviously, you got to test latest plugins, latest modules, latest extensions, depending on which platform you have. But that's the most popular hack, so make sure you have that. Use third-party plugins and themes that you trust, that are bigger, that are more popular, because they typically have better code writing. And just audit your logs. Have your dev team spend some time every month, every quarter to actually review the server, the logs, change passwords, things like that. It's really important. Okay. Other than that, you can also do things like you can make your website static, right? So use less of the actual dynamic part. You can implement things like CSP security policies that even if you are hacked, it won't leak. It won't actually be pushed to the customer, things like that. So you have a lot of different things. We'll make more videos on it in future. That's it. That's kind of the main things for Insight. So again, just to summarize, this video is for people that have their website hacked and Google Ads have stopped completely. The best thing you can do is contact customer support very quickly, ask them to scan the website, obviously fix the issue, explain in the ticket every single detail you do so they're comfortable to reinstate your website quickly. Talk about a lot of the details you did so they're easier to have less back and forths, because back and forths take, you know, at least 1 day or more every time. And I think the last insight, which is kind of interesting for you guys in general, is try not to rely everything on one medium, one platform, one channel only. So if all your business comes from Google Ads, Google SEO, Google Ads, and you know, some malicious actor came and hacked your website, you have no business for those, you know, a few days, few weeks, etc. So make sure that even though Google is doing, you know, obviously gives you a lot of traffic, a lot of business, etc., make sure you always remember to grow your other channels. Make YouTube things, make social media, obviously Twitter, Facebook, whatever, you know, whatever your audience is. And make sure you have email newsletters. Make sure you you work with your customers and your visitors on all the places they are. Your visitors to your website are not only on Google. They spend time on Reddit, on, you know, LinkedIn, on social media, on reading, you know, media articles, newspapers. Make sure you actually contact them, you work with them, they read your content, they work with you on different platforms. So if this happens, you're not just relying only on one channel, and then you're basically biting your you know, your fingernails. So that's it. If you have any questions about any specifics about this thing or anything else about our videos, let me know. We obviously answer a ton of comments, and we make blog articles, and we'll be making more and more videos. Appreciate it. Subscribe if you like this video, share with friends, and we'll be making more and more videos. Much appreciated, everybody. Take care.